Welcome again to another edition of Star Connect, the show that promises to connect you with your favorite football stars ahead of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Today, we are in Amsterdam to connect you with Kudus Mohammed, a shining star for both Ajax and the Black Stars of Ghana. How close was he from leaving Ajax to Everton? And what are his dreams? Plus, we know Kudus is a very confident young man. Is he going to give us some soundbites for the ages? I'm pretty sure he will. Stay with us on Star Connect and let's go.
Star Connect is powered by Positive Communications, Platinum Live, 9K Media Hub. Media partners are Joy Prime, Joy News, and Joy FM.
Ajax is a pretty historic club, and for Kudus to be here, there he is, the man himself. Hi, bro. Good day to you.
Good day, bro.
You cool?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
Me too, man. Finally.
Finally, yeah. Kudus and I have a few social media here and there, but first time we are actually having a chat like this. You gonna show us around?
Yeah, I think we go upstairs.
Go upstairs. Let me just get some water and then.
Yeah.
She show us his club, the historic club that is Ajax. Yeah. And actually, interestingly, we are here just before they have a big game in the Champions League. Yeah. Yeah. With the hit neighbor. Are you used to this sort of thing? People coming all the way for interviews and stuff like that?
No, not really, especially not from all the way from Ghana.
From Ghana?
Yeah, quite a while. Yeah. It's a long journey, so.
It is a long journey. It is a long journey, but for us, you've come a long way. A long way from Strong Tower. But before you played in Strong Tower, did you join any team?
No. I was playing this team in Nima, but I wasn't really serious. Everything started serious in Strong Tower.
How old were you then?
Yeah. I think 9, 10, I think. Yeah, around that age.
And you played a couple of years?
Yeah, and then I went to the academy.
Okay.
And then a couple of years, Denmark. 2 years, and then here.
And then here.
Yeah.
You're 22 now.
Yes.
22 and known all around the world. How does it feel? Oh, I mean, come on. You score against Liverpool in the Champions League, everybody knows you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think this is my God-given talent, so I'm just living my life through it, So all the publicity and all of that comes with it, but yes, it's part of the work.
Yeah, so let's dial back a bit. I mean, I'm interested in, especially your beginnings through your own words.
Yeah.
What was home like?
I think my mom was taking care of her, and my siblings and my uncles were supporting as well. I had my basic needs and stuff to go to school and stuff like that. So it wasn't all lavish, but I had my basic needs, and we were pretty comfortable, from Nima. Yeah.
A lot of footballers, always at the beginning, Charlie, it was tough. It was. You don't think it was like that? I mean, obviously you were not rich.
Yeah.
But you were not poor.
Yeah. Because I won't say I go a day without having my 3 meals or school fees not being paid. I was going to school, and then
What I get from that is that from an early age, your life was very structured.
Yeah, thanks to my family, yeah.
So you knew there was always something to do.
Yeah.
And there wasn't time to go and do a lot of...
boys, we figured it out, but yeah, it was pretty structured in that sense, Yeah.
So what were some of the stories of some of the other things you did with the boys? Yeah. You said boys, you found a way. Did you go and play video games?
You know those stuff, go video games, cassette, this.
Kase. We always play Kase song.
All of that stuff, we did it with Nima, you know. And Nima is a Zongo city, so, you know, I had friends growing up there, so.
Yeah. Who are some of your mates who are currently, you know, that we know from your Strong Tower days, your beginnings?
Majid, of course.
Ashimeru?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that time he was my senior in Strong Tower, but
I'm told he was in under 12 while you were in under 10.
Yeah. And Nuruddin Manaf, he's in Kasipen, you know him from the national team, also him. And some of them play in Ghana as well, yeah. Great.
Also, Strong Tower has contributed its quota to, so what's his name? The guy there, Rasta,
yeah.
Ayoba. I've heard it from others. I want to hear it from you. Did you start as a 6, 8, 10 at Strong Tower? What position did you start in?
I don't even know actually. I think I know it's an attacking role, but it was more like a free role kind of thing, you know. So yeah, but I think it was from the midfield. I think 10. Yeah, I would say that.
Sort of like that. Yeah. So you moved from there, and then we've talked about the influence that had on your career. How would you describe your time at Strong Tower? Were these some of the best years of your life?
Yeah, till today I still miss those times because I think it's times where I was just playing for passion. You know, it's not a work like it's now with the pressure and expectation that comes with it. You know, you were really enjoying the game. Till today I still enjoy the game, but it's different when it's your work and the stuff at stake and stuff like that. That's what I miss the most, I think.
Okay. How were you seen from there to Europe? Like, did you get a call from Norgeland that, hey, we like you from RTD?
The owner bought the club in Denmark, so there was a partnership already.
Okay.
So we go to Norgeland for a couple of months for games, tournaments and stuff like that. So the staff from there and the scouts also monitor, you know, because they know us from the academy, obviously.
Okay, because there was a link, it was not too difficult.
If they are interested in you, then you
just move. Exactly. Now, you got to Europe. But before you went to Norgeland, you had been to Europe several times to play tournaments and stuff. How do you think, and I'm asking this, should I say on behalf of all the young kids out there, how does being introduced to Europe a little at a time help you when you finally land that deal?
I think definitely has an influence with weather, culture, everything is different. I mean, first time I traveled was like 2014, I think. It was, sorry, my legs were all frozen, you know. You can't even take a touch. Like, it's like different football, you know. So I think from that process till I was 18, it really made a big difference because if I started from when I was 18 straight to Europe, all that process is now that I was going to go through, and then it might slow down your process. So I think it's really good that
those things. But you know, there are hundreds and thousands of good footballers out there. We see them in the Ghana Premier League Division 1, and they are so good. But Charlie, even when they go for trials, and, you know, they have just 2 weeks to prove themselves.
That's the most challenging part. It's really hard, to be honest, regardless of your ability or your quality. When you land there for the first time, I think whoever you are, it will definitely take some time to adjust to everything, you know. So I think that's the big challenge. I know the opportunity is less to even get the opportunity to be traveling, to have that experience before you even land that trial. So I think even if you get the first opportunity and then the trial doesn't go through, I think you should still be proud of yourself, you know, because like I said, it's never easy and it's almost impossible for the first time to just perform straight away from the way you are performing from Ghana, because it's a totally different football when it comes to Europe, you know.
More and more, there's no point in our history as Ghanaian football that we've had so many young players have the opportunity to go straight to Europe than in now. I mean, at first you had to play Division 1, Division 2, you know. In your opinion, how has this changed the football dynamic at all? Because, I mean, the likes of you never played Kotoko, Hart, Kim Faisal, and a lot of your teammates too, like that. You go straight.
I think it's general in football these days. You know, there's a lot of young talent coming in football. So yeah, you can see a 19 or 18-year-old signed to Real Madrid and all the big clubs. So I think that's what has transmitted to the African star. When you have the quality, the clubs just come straight away from you, regardless of your background history about what club you play as. When they see quality, then yeah, they just, because football moves so fast now. Yeah. So I think it's really good because the earlier the guys start in Europe, the easier it makes the adaptation, you know. Yeah. So imagine if you come maybe when you were 24, you are not going to go to other, but when you start at 18, then you have that time to, and it helps your development and all of that.
I mean, like your national teammate, Felix Afena-Gyan, I mean, only 18 months ago he was in SS. And he's played for Roma crazy. And all that. Norgeland.
Yes.
In your own words, what was the football education like, and how did it impact on who Kudus is now?
I think the good thing there is, because it's straight from the academy.
Yeah.
So they know your development from when you was young to that point. So even if you start at 18 straight away professionally and it's not really going well, I think there's that belief and time in them because they already know your quality and they know that. But in other cases where they don't know you from anywhere and they just sign you, it's like they just expect performance straight away from you. But I think from them knowing you when you was young, I think they know your quality, and then there's that time because when I didn't go there straight away and then everything just went. I had to go through the process a bit and to learn certain stuff before the next seasons I did my stuff, you know. So I think that's the main impact it has on me.
Well, so from Norgeland, he would be seen and attracted by no less a club than Ajax Amsterdam. But there were people also up for his signature. And we'll ask him about that, how he landed in Ajax, the experience, the hype, how Ghanaians carried it World Cup, you know. Here on Star Connect, which is powered by Platinum Live Multimedia and also NLC Ghana, also Positive Communication and 9K Media Hub. I'm Gary Al Smith, hanging out with Kudus Mohammed. We'll be back after this break. Of course, you are not going to go anywhere. Stay with us.
Star Connect Trivia. The most common surname of World Cup players in history is Gonzalez. The most common score in a World Cup finals match is 1-0.
Welcome back to Star Connect, the show that promises to link you with your favorite football stars ahead of the World Cup. And we are in Amsterdam with Kudus Mohammed, original star boy, and Kudus Dream and all that. I'm going to ask him about those names, how you got those names and everything. But we're talking about Norgeland and then being seen by Ajax. What was the process like? What was the story?
There was this game and they said this Ajax scout was coming to watch.
They told you?
They didn't tell me. After the game, I saw it on the news because he was caught in the stands, you know. And then after that, I heard that, yeah, they were interested in me from the club, and yeah, that's how it started, you know.
Were they the only ones? Because we had some other.
Yeah, I had some other options. I could have gone to the Premier League, Bundesliga, yeah, and then here.
Why did you choose here?
For me, I always wanted to take a step at a time, you know, not the big step from. So looking at from Norgeland and from here, I thought, and looking at the history of the club here and how they want to play and how their history of developing young talents, I thought it would be awesome for me to take this step before the next one, you know. So that's how it happened, you know.
Was there somebody in Ajax that particularly spoke to you or attracted you to the club throughout the entire negotiations and everything?
Obviously, when I came to visit, I spoke to Onana, the goalkeeper, and he's an African, and we share that in common, and he's been here for like 6-7 years. So I spoke to him a little bit, and then he poured his experience for me, and it was positive for me. And then but the decision was based on my gut feeling and what I felt inside my stomach, and I just went for it.
Yeah. So, coming to Ajax, how did they explain the project to you? Because I remember at the time you were signed, there seemed a very deliberate attempt to, get you into the team, acclimatize you, and to get you from a certain point to a certain point. How was it explained to you?
I think obviously when you come to a club new, the first goal is to settle down as early as possible, and then of course fight your way into the first 11. So that was basically the goal, because I know my qualities already. I don't see the level he has in a level that I can compete in and play with. So it was just settling with my teammates and then getting used to everyone and the culture and everything, and then just show what I can do best.
Your signing was big, especially in Ghana. Were you shocked at the reception that Ghanaians gave you? Like it was wild.
Yeah, I was shocked, because when I was playing in Denmark, I didn't really have that attention and reception and all of that at that time. So that switch brought a lot of attention and thanks to everyone who was supportive and all of it, because I saw a lot of people, talking about him.
I mean, give us some stories. You used to go on social media, it got to a point, the Ajax socials were like, it seemed like they knew that if they post about Kudus, they will get engagement.
Yeah. The way Ghanaians engage from my staff, I really appreciate it, and I thank them for the support and all of that, and I'll keep making them proud.
Now, into the team, the football itself. You came into a side that had ambitions of doing well in Europe. It's currently in Europe. But fighting for your place was never easy.
Yeah.
In your own words, what has it taken to get to this point at Ajax?
I think everywhere in the football world, only 11 players can play. But we all have to compete for a position in a healthy competition way, which is we push ourselves and do our best to help the team in the best possible way. So, of course, there's no way you go that starting 11 spot will be easy for you to just walk in. I think you have to show what you can do, and you have to earn it and get the trust from the coach as well, and give your best for the club. So that's basically what I've been doing since I've been here. All the challenges, impediments and stuff like that. But it never stops me. That we always keep going. The marathon continues.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, your wish for playing time has been very well known. Your personality, that lion personality that you kept, you've been referencing on your socials, and you have said here, shone through the period when you were not getting playing time. I mean, again, in your own words, how do you think you forced the issue that you deserve playing time?
I think it's mostly with the feet. The feet in our football world, the feet talks the most. And that is by my performance and what I show to the coach. So
show working.
Exactly. Show working. Yeah, exactly. That's what I've been doing. Trying to give my best and help the team in the best possible way. So that's my feet doing most of the talking. Yeah.
And there was a point where you were not getting playing time. You know how it happened.
Yeah.
And it was getting to the end of the season, bro. You needed to play because it was World Cup year. Was it a reason why you felt, you had to be somewhere where you got playing time? Did the World Cup play a role in you, doing what you did?
I don't really think so, but in some sense it should. But for me, I think to develop is to get minutes. That's the only way you can develop, and this is my work, and I don't joke with my development and where I want to reach as a footballer. So if I'm in a stage where I feel I'm not developing at that very moment, then maybe why not you can have a try somewhere else and look at. So mostly was focused on my development, because I felt without minutes you can't really develop to the point you want to get to. So that was the.
I mean, most people, you read a lot of their stories, and it was like, it's World Cup year. Kudus wants to be considered for like the Black Stars, and so he needs, because that's what most players do. That's why they wanted to move. But how close were you to going to Everton?
I think it was really close because, like I said, I thought it was a good project for me, and why not? Let's have a try, you know, because it wasn't like my first season here, it's my third season here. So if still the progress I'm looking for, I don't see it, then why not try something else? So that was the main focus on, and why, and yeah.
I'll give you a peep into the world of journalists at the time, you know, because we all wanted information, and the news was coming from Everton. So my guys at Everton, my sources there said, oh, Kudus, he's even spoken to Frank Lampard. And then somebody said, Frank Lampard has not even spoken to you, another contact of mine. So I didn't know what to believe. Did you speak to him?
And for me, I think, obviously, for me to understand what project they have for me and what system, and because, like I said, my development is the most important thing for me, and that
straight.
That is by playing the games and minutes. So I definitely have to speak to the coach and hear how he sees me as a player, how he thinks I fit in his role, and so definitely, I had a chat with him, and then definitely that will be the green light for me to decide I want to, because without a coach, there's nothing, you know.
Good. Somebody said of the whole incident that when it was done, somebody said Ajax have treated Kudus, they have shown Kudus that he's the girl that they want to keep. So they don't want you to go. Because like they did everything to ensure that you stayed. How does that make you feel now about the club, you know, that Ajax went to that extent to keep you?
I think it doesn't really change how I see the club, but I think it shows what they believe I offer to the club. So it shows what kind of player I am and the quality I bring to the team, even though I wasn't playing and stuff like that. They still know what I'm capable of doing, because normally if a player is not playing and wants to leave, then the door should be open, you know. So most importantly, I thank God for it all, you know. I'm a strong believer in God, so whatever direction he went, we have our plans, but God is the master planner. So even though I had my plan that I wanted to leave, and it didn't happen, so I just reboot back to normal system to get here, and then
reboot back to
change my mind quick, and then focus on the team right here, because it didn't happen.
Yeah. And something I noticed, you know, Ajax had bled profusely from players, important players leaving in subsequent seasons. And there was the feeling that, look, man, if Kudus and what's his name, Alvarez, left, you guys were going to be toast. And, you know, that was the reason why they said a couple of players had gone. Anthony had gone and stuff. If you left, Charlie.
Yeah, this season a lot of players have left, like more than 10 players. So you can imagine it would have been very hard for me to leave at that moment also. So
for the club?
For the club perspective, it makes sense, but yeah.
So now you stayed, and now do you think you felt any pressure, Kudus, having the club go this length to keep you? Did you feel pressure to now prove to them that this asking you to stay was not a mistake? Did you feel pressure from them on?
No, personally, this work we do, there's a lot of opinions and what everyone thinks, but me, the pressure I feel mostly is from myself, you know, the pressure of wanting to do the best for myself, and where I see myself getting to, that's the most pressure I feel before a game, and all of that's the most pressure I feel is the wanting to do the best and get to where I really want. That's the most pressure I feel, not all the stuff from the outside. It doesn't really touch me, you know.
And your position was one that there are several other good players in the team that are proficient in the position that you like.
Yes.
Which, as you have told us, is in the middle of the park, being creative and expressing yourself. The result was that Kudus was shifted further forward. Before then, once again, I've heard from many other people, had you played in that position up front in your career professionally before?
Yeah, I played false nine when I was in North Zealand. for my second season. I played a couple of games, actually a lot of games when I was playing there. So I had a bit of, yeah, I had a bit of experience in that role.
And your coach here knew that.
I think to put me there, he definitely knew that. Yeah.
And he trusted you. And you delivered.
Yeah, man.
How difficult is it in a team like, Nordjylland and Ajax are at different levels.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to play up front with the pressure at a team like Ajax?
I think, of course, it's not my position, but it's for the team. So I try to blend in my style and what the coach wants, because I don't want to play up front. Of course, I'm not a standing striker who's gonna stand but I try to add my creativity and try to help the team the best possible way. Even though I'm the striker of the team. And I was putting the balls in the net, so that was.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, Charlie.
Let's do some stats here, because when you are a player who likes to caress the ball and feel the ball, when you are up front, you have less touches.
Yes.
Because sometimes when we are watching, we see that this man is a bit frustrated, but you are trying to control yourself, because as a striker, literally, one chance, one goal.
Yeah.
As a midfielder, is it frustrating up there alone?
I won't say it's frustrating, but I think it's different to my game. But like I said, for my development, it's really good, to try myself in that position, and because I learn other stuff as well that I won't learn if I was playing in the midfield. So
what have you learned?
My goal scoring ability. I had to be more clinical in front of the goal.
Yeah.
And most runs, timing of runs in the box and all of that.
I noticed that.
Normally in the midfield, we control the game, so all of that stuff don't really count in. But I think from playing the strike, that's some of the stuff I learned from there. So I think it's just improving my game in general,
Kudus, how has the Champions League treated you? You seem to love that competition.
That's the stages we Champions League World Cup is one of the biggest stages in the world of football. So that's the level we aspire to play, It's a dream to play in that stage, but for me, I think it's not just playing for playing sake, but really showing what I can do and my ability. And thanks to God, the results are there.
Next stage after Ajax, before we move into Black Stars, you've said, I've been counting, you've said 6 times while we are standing here that to the next level, to the next level, to the next level, where I want to go, to the next level, where I want to go. Where is this place you want to go?
For me, I think, higher than the sky, I don't want anyone to see me here, man. I want to be all there. No, but as high as possible I can be, because I think you can always do more, especially in football, you can always score more, you can always win more titles, and more stuff. So I think that's what I keep saying about the next step. I'm never satisfied with anything I'm doing right now. I'm hungry for more, because I know there's really more inside of me that I can really do. That's why I keep talking about it.
Everybody can see that. Where's the dream? Where's the dream? Where's the dream? What's the dream club?
The dream club?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really have a dream club. But
should I say, what was your boyhood club? There is a photo of you wearing a Chelsea jersey when you were in Strong Tower, right?
Yeah, but that one, and then that was a cheap jersey in town, so when I so it wasn't really my. But
it was just something you were wearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I was young, I'm supporting Barcelona, and I still support Barcelona today.
Okay.
But
Okay. That's where the Thiago thing comes from.
Yeah, also, and with football, regardless of the team we support, destiny can take you anywhere, But I think Premier League, the La Liga, Italy is one of the top 3 leagues in the world. So that's where we aiming at.
Yeah. And we finish on the Thiago note. What is the whole you and Thiago thing about? Where did it begin?
Like I said, it was just someone I loved how he was playing when I was a kid. Like I said, his creativity. Even though he was a 6'8", you could see how he was playing. So I just loved him and kept following him. And when I was in Denmark, I knew a friend that had contact with him, and then he sent me a shirt when he was in Bayern, and it was lovely. And then, as you know, we went to Anfield and I played against him, and that was...
Did you talk to him?
No, I didn't. We lost. I was really angry, so I actually wanted to take his shirt, but I was filming that game because that was the last minute goal we lost, and my man was somewhere else. But
Right, so we are hanging out with Kudus Mohammed on Star Connect, as we promised, to link you with your favorite football stars ahead of the World Cup. This show is powered by Positive Communication, NLC Ghana, also by Platinum Live Multimedia and Nike Media Hub. When we come back, there's more as he shows us around his beautiful home stadium.
Star Connect is powered by Positive Communications, Platinum Live, Nike Media Hub. Media partners are Joy Prime, Joy News, and Joy FM.